What's up, guys? So we're here at Empire Guitars with my main man, Mike. He's the manager over here.
Hey, how's it going?
And we're going to do a quick walkthrough, and we're going to discuss what the guys have in inventory, what they have in stock, the vintage stuff mixed in with the player grade stuff, from pedals, amps, anything you got. So here we go. First glance, when you walk into Empire, we have an array of the Fender section is right up front. And what do we got going on in here, Mike?
We got a whole bunch of stuff. We got some cool Fender custom shops over here, 74, some off-brand Creston, some kind of boutique-y Creston's up in Vermont, very cool. Blues King, really, really nice kind of vintage relic telly. Some more custom shop down here, old Mustangs.
Ooh, that Mustang looks nice.
Yeah, Mustang's nice. Nash, over here we like the Nash guitars a lot. Whenever we can get used ones, we scoop them up. Older 60s, just post CBS, Jaguar, Jazzmaster. There's another, as we go down, we'll see some other older Jazzmasters. Spalt down here. Very cool resin top guitars with things encased in them. He used to be in California. He's in Austria now.
Great.
It's a cool website. The really exciting stuff is the flat face stuff.
Yep.
You know, pre and just post CBS Strats. 3 of them ranging 65, 61, 63. Travis Bean in great shape.
Super rare.
Super rare. Our newest acquisition is 61.
I heard it play yesterday, and I can attest it is one of the most amazing sounding PAF guitars I've ever heard.
Yeah, it has the PAFs, which, you know, you find a split in those years, whether they have PAFs or not. It's absolutely awesome. We love that guitar.
Some juniors on the wall, too, for the rock and roller.
The special. I think we have another one coming out soon, so we'll have a nice row of 3 of them. A 1960 Jazzmaster down here.
Excellent.
A couple of ES330s in this row. A Johnny Smith, an ES350 with the craziest checking pattern. Like, we love this guitar.
Yeah.
Whenever we do ads or anything like that, I always pick this just because it has such a cool...
I mean, that's played.
Yeah.
That's a guy that gigged and put that right in his car.
Totally. Yeah.
And the neck is like a toothpick on that thing. And it's so easy to play.
Yeah, you've been you like that one a lot.
Yeah, no, I just don't have the money for it.
Yeah, I don't either.
And then, so I mean, really, really cool to see, you know, the kind of player grade or more, you know, quote unquote, working musician stuff, kind of mixed right in with the, you know, the collector grade stuff too, you know.
Yeah, and I think there's even more variety as we like keep walking around. You'll see stuff that's, you know, the upper end, but then also like a good selection of American Strats and American Tellys and studio stuff like that. So a pretty big range. And we try to curate it to try to keep it that way. You know, PRS stuff, Trussart, cool metal bodies.
Yeah.
Now we get into the Gibsons. We have some older Gibsons, but we also have a whole ton of Les Pauls and a pretty big range of them, going anywhere from like $1,300 into, I think there's a very, very nice Murphy aged over there that's up more in the $5,000 range, something like that.
Again, though, not outrageous
not
for
outrageous.
what you're trying to do.
Yeah, not crazy stuff, and we try to pick really good guitars.
Yes.
You know, we try to have them be a little selective in what we take in because we do all used.
Yeah.
Here, so
I can attest to that too. I mean, I've some of my purchases have been from here, and I'm not down for a broken guitar. You know what I mean?
Right. This gets a lot of eyes lately because it's a factory lefty from 1969, which would have been a special order. When Joe Bonamassa was in here, we had just gotten it, and they were all, him and his crew were all, you know, hovering over it and kind of.
Joe recently purchased a 345 here from here, right?
He did, yeah. He bought a 1960 345 that had all the original typed paperwork and everything like that. It was
case candy and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was in great shape. He really loved it. He played it here in Providence that night at the show, actually.
I've been looking at this one myself, this red 345. I just... And then a great demo spot over here for guys if they want some assistance. They grab a guitar off the wall, or one of you guys do. They can hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have 3 or 4 demo stations with pedal boards set up around the shop. So
this center line here is just more on the affordable kind of thing.
Yeah, this is more affordable stuff. This is anywhere from $100 to you know, $1,400 kind of ends up on this floor. So you get a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Super rare, super desirable amp. If you guys know what you're looking at right there, it's got an EV in it, and that thing's got balls.
Yeah. With a road case, which you want something on with that.
With an EV, yeah. You got, you know, the Super amps. You guys are a big dealer for them. I was actually interested in those wide selection of those too. You see me carry one of each model.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch actually as we get to the back room, or if we get back there, you'll see even more of those. They're really great. They're a really cool American-made. Yeah, these are bang for the buck guitars.
Yeah, that bikini logo is insane.
It is, and for $350, like that thing just performs really well. Someone will love that. Same thing with this actually. This is the Korean era Rivieras.
Yep.
And the Korean Epiphones are good buys.
And you got your typical Jack White, Dan Auerbach setups back here.
Of course, you have to have every store. What store would be complete?
Well, you guys are very hipsterish too, so you have all that stuff. All right, let's walk into the back room now.
The back room is like the small amount of new stuff that we carry. So we have like Dave Smith synths, synthesizers over here, Yamaha refaces. Basses are back here, as well as new Yamaha guitars. And larger amps tend to find their way back.
The ones with that are with cabs and stuff like that, right?
I wish we still had the cab. There's a very nice older Marshall cab, a 71, if I remember right, with the original greenbacks in it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, nice, 80s Marshall JCM 800. Those have been on the rise. People want those more and more. We're seeing, like everybody, I think, amps are getting smaller and smaller. People want the smaller amps.
It's hidden tone right there.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on those Music Mans. They're pretty nuts.
The trainers are the same thing too.
Yeah.
And the trainers are easy to mod into whatever you
saying about the trainer is Samos, a good buddy of mine, and he loves picking those up on the road because they're so affordable and they got some, you can do anything with them and they got crazy tone, just like these Music Mans. If you guys are big Dumble steel string Singer fans, these with a few resistors and capacitors and tube selection, these aren't far away from that. I know it sounds foolish, but play one and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. With high-powered speakers, it'll smash windows.
Yeah, totally amazing.
Ricks.
Yep, some rigs, cool Guild with a custom finish. Probably came from them. Old Hagstrom. A little low on basses right now. That comes and goes. Sometimes you have just absolutely tons of them. Right now, not quite as many. Yeah, we do Reverend.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Yamaha, obviously. A little bit of Supro. But the bulk of what we do is used. That's really, our wheelhouse is...
Which is good too, because if something is in good shape and playing great, I myself don't mind. I like a guitar that's used anyways. It's tough to kind of get familiar with a new guitar when you want to find out its story,
Yeah, I prefer used guitars myself. Things feel better when they've been played.
Yeah, exactly.
They really do.
We got another test spot over here. And then we're gonna look at the pedal stock.
Yeah, we should definitely look at the pedals. So we do a whole bunch in the way of pedals now. Obviously, that's there's a million companies and more coming out every day. Strymon's kind of top dog in digital. We love the Chase Bliss stuff that's over here. Old Blood Noise, small Canadian company, Dr. Scientist, Spaceman from Portland, Oregon, Jam from Greece, Latvian company, Game Changer, who's done some really innovative stuff recently. Along with, Eventide, Death by Audio. As we keep moving down, there'll be even more of kind of like maybe more standard, more normal stuff that you'll see in any store.
The really wild thing too is it's tough for small business, and I mean, I would consider you guys a small business because you still are, to see them invest so much in having every sound, because you watch a YouTube video of how something sounds and you want to run to your closest shop and go get it, and odds are when you walk into the mom and pop shop you can't get a Flint Strymon, you know what I mean? You can't get a lot of those things, so it's great to see the wide selection of one of each here. Yeah,
this started as a grand experiment, not knowing if it would take off locally, if it would work to have this big of a pedal selection that we see, and it really did. It worked. We stepped up to it. It grew as time went on.
And I mean, and you guys also, your name has grown, and not only grown, tons of studio guys are coming through here, and they know that they can find that sound, whatever they need. You know what I mean? You can fill the void if they're looking for something special.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate that people are finding us. We're if you've ever been here, we're a little hidden. It takes a little bit of finding. We're right off the highway, but you kind of need to know where we are or follow your GPS.
Yeah.
You're not going to see it walking down the street. Anyways, and
again, you have your standards. Some of the ones you can't find.
Walrus Audio, Keeley Electronics, of course, has been in the game forever. We all know their compressors very well. Earthquaker Devices out of Akron, Ohio. Greer is a North Carolina company. Great. JHS, big company, Zodic, Catlin Bread, Yex Taliz, who's doing a lot of kind of limited runs, having sourced old chips and doing vintage recreations that are pretty exacting in a lot of ways. Over here, as we keep going, there's used pedals down at the bottom, some clearance stuff, disaster area, radial, Seymour Duncan antiquity pickups.
Yeah. Your accessories, basically.
Accessories, yeah, we're getting into accessory land as we walk over here.
Obviously, strings, cables, you know, straps and all that. And you have a wide variety of straps over there we're going to talk about.
Yeah, and we try to be, I try to select that stuff to not be kitschy and be stuff that people actually need, and kind of like use the limited space to just have it be, okay, what do people need?
So, I mean, here we are with just some of the selection of the older Fender amps and stuff like that. Now, when buying an amp, you guys obviously put it through its paces, and if it needs some kind of repair work, you don't go above and beyond. You just get it so it's back to a healthy checklist, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, like, we'll play on them and work on them for a half an hour. We have a pretty good guy. He's pretty thorough. So, if it does need something, it's done right. It's not done with cheap capacitors or the wrong values just kind of hacked in there. But, yeah, it's not... They're old amps.
Right.
It's like owning old cars.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
They're going to need something. There's a couple reissues here we're kind of getting into that aren't the. I mean, the Bassman that's in front. I don't know if we didn't get around there yet, but that's probably the rarest amp in here to see one
in that kind of condition.
In that sort of condition, yeah. It's just,
but I mean, just in front of that, you got a Vibrolux Super Reverb, a Showman, and then a 59 Bassman. So I mean, that's just the mix of the variety you can get in here.
Yeah. I have a Princeton around too, and a Tweed Deluxe that'll be coming out soon. So.
These are some of the craziest tone. I mean, guys like Ron Wood, Keith Richards, Clapton. You put a mic in front of these, and you just peg them.
Yeah.
And you're getting those classic rock sounds. I mean, that's a super clean blackface Princeton right there, $24.99.
I mean, everyone. A lot of people focus so heavily on the guitars, but I find it really easy to find myself collecting small amps.
Yeah, and they're fun and they're affordable in a way too.
Totally.
And with a huge variety of them here, it really helps because you can hear what a Valco does, you can hear what a Silvertone does, you can hear what all that stuff does.
Yeah.
Just wrapping it up too, we have the wide variety of the boutique straps. You got Soldier. What are some of your companies you have?
Yeah, so there's Soldier over here, and they do these nice kind of leather saddle straps in addition to these vintage styled things. Original Fuzz over here,
really cool.
Kind of cool fabric things. Moxie and Oliver, which is kind of like hand tooled leather,
really nice.
Out of Seattle, Washington, I believe. And then a variety of kind of the Levy's leathers, one of the bigger Canadian companies that we all know.
For sure.
It's good stuff.
Amazing. So Mike, I'm here quite a bit.
Yeah.
Couple of the ones that really, really stand out. I mean, they're all great guitars, but you and I have both drooled over this Strat here because it's got some miles on it.
Yeah, it has miles, and there's something about it. I mean, part of it's been refretted.
Yeah.
And part of it is that the refret job is really good with kind of medium jumbos and that,
all stock. Other than that, I can attest to that.
Yeah, other than that, it's all stock. That's the only change to it. But something about when you find ones, sometimes there's ones. That's one of those.
That's one of those. And then we got this Junior we freaked out over when you got it in.
Yeah, we love this Junior.
This one right here. And that one is this one has been played and nothing's ever been done to it.
Yep.
But if you look at the chevron in that slab of rosewood there, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Nothing has been altered on this guitar except just it's been played and paint and finish have been taken off of it. You recently acquired this one next to it.
Right.
Now, have you compared the two of them at all?
I have, and one of the things about Juniors in the lower end of Gibson's line at this point was that you find them really inconsistent.
Yeah.
Even in like neck shape, you'll find two that were like from the same year, side by side, and like the neck shape's completely different. They've just, they were just moving fast. They're get them out. So with Juniors, even maybe more so than the other models, I think you got to just play a lot of them if you're shopping for them.
Yeah.
And like find the one that connects with you. I think you and I both agree that this one
has
something.
The single cut to the left has the faster neck, and you can tell that much more music has been made on that one.
Yeah.
That's just the way you can hear it. It's resonant. It's loud. The frets are original and low, but the guitar, for some crazy reason, still plays like no other, you know what I mean? And then we have a 60 Les Paul Jr. over here, double cut, with the skinniest neck. You know what I mean? So it's so random. And then the special too, which is super hard to come by.
Yeah, this is super hard. This one does have a really slim neck too. Like this one's super, like it comes down. And someone added at Bigsby an old one.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, like that's been on there for quite a while, you know. In a way, this is my like ideal guitar.
Yeah, I know,
This,
right?
this with a slightly bigger neck is my dream guitar.
My buddy Matt talks about finding one of these someday, but they're just so rare to find that they're not mongrels, you know?
Yeah, totally. And aren't all cracked up, you know, all the bridge, commonly you get cracks between, you know.
The studs are trying to roll forward.
Or at the back of the neck, just like the SGs.
What you want to look for when you look at these is those studs there. Too much tension, improper setup even, will cause those to rock forward and really just compress the wood to make room for what it's trying to do, and then you got a repair on your hands. But luckily these are all seem to be pretty flat, pretty tightened up, pretty solid. So there you go, guys. There's a quick walk around my favorite local vintage shop, Empire Guitars. If you need something, you can find them on the web.
We're on the web, EmpireGuitarsRI.com.
You also have the Instagram with updates daily of these killer guitars that are through here.
Yep.
Facebook page.
Yep.
And they can call the shop. There's they can reach out and they can ask anybody questions. You're more than happy to help.
Absolutely. We're open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. So
great.
Hope to see you here at some point.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Guys, I'm glad I was able to walk you through this, and stay tuned. We got more stuff coming. Peace.
Later.